What I'm representing today is some work that I've been doing with recycled materials, and during those work, what I'm doing is I'm presenting some contemporary subjects, basically like the pieces that are behind me with the sculpt, with the computer boards. It's a conversation about technology, the impact of technology in our lives, on our daily lives. So the pro and con of technology, basically how technology change our lives and how technology can impact our lives. I have a special name for them. I call them painting sculptors. It's painting, sculpture, and installation. All those three genres come together in every single work. Like you can look at this piece here, for example. This is a painted area. That area is painted, and then I integrate the found materials, which is the computer board. So it's not really a pure piece where you can say, okay, this is not a painting, this is a sculpture, or this is just a sculpture, not a painting. So it's a mix. So those pieces you see around where I use the computer boards, one day when we had the Edward Snowden NSA surveillance issue, then I start hearing the news, and suddenly when I use my computer, I always said, okay, somebody is probably recording my search. When I use my cell phone, I said, okay, my conversation are probably being recorded somewhere. So those type of information start feeding me with inspiration. I said, okay, so how about if I make a piece about that issue? And suddenly I start using computer boards, because my work is basically contemporary conversations. It's about things that every single human being on this planet right now are experiencing, and that's how I do my work. The first piece in a series will take a very long time, like probably 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on my inspiration. But once I have the first piece in the series, then it takes probably a week to do another piece. So basically, a week is a fair amount of time to do one piece. I've been an artist for about 20 years now, and recycled materials, I've been exploring those materials about 6 years, for 6 years now. Okay, my interest for recycled material is at a certain time where during a certain moment in life, I was very touched by the amount of waste that is around us. So the consumerism, how much we consume stuff, and then I see all those materials all around me, all available, very cheap. So I said, okay, can I use those materials? Can I play with them? And then I start the process of using recycled materials. In 2015, I was competing on an international art competition in 3 major cities: Paris, New York, and Tokyo. So and there were about 7,000 competitors, and the US had about 800 competitors. And for the US, I win the first prize for the US team, and then in the world, on the final, I was number 8 in the world with my artwork. Like I said, those pieces are more about technology, pro and con of technology, how technology impact our lives. And then from that side, this piece here, especially this weekend, we are talking about pride and the importance of all the colors, all the choices so far. So this is a black and white center surrounded by multiple colors. Okay, those 2 pieces, basically, they are about mass shootings that occur in the United States. And every single of those small square, they represent like projectiles. and each one of them has a number, and the number symbolize the number of people, the number of casualty that occur. But those numbers are faded because we tend to forget about those situations, those incidents. So those two pieces are about mass casualty, gun shooting, and so forth. Those grids are basically about consumerism, how much we consume in this society. So this is soda can materials, and every single square is about a specific brand. I remember when I was growing up, I had probably 4 or 5 choices of soda, but now when you go to a convenience store, there's so many, and you are basically lost in that multitude of options. And right here on the floor, this is a sculpture. This space, it's mostly made of green soda cans, and basically you have like Sprite, Mountain Dew, those green bottles. But it's all about the planet. It's about it's to remind us that the way we consume affect how green our planet. There's still an aluminum found objects that I collect because I found interesting. I found the shapes, the geometrical shapes on those material that are destined to the waste field very interesting, and I wanted to reuse them. And underneath you have a canvas that I paint, and on top of the canvas I make the collage with those materials. Basically all those materials were supposed to be wasted, and then when I come to contact with them, I recycle them, because I also have an engineering background, and what I see is when we're trying to recycle, there is what we call the carbon footprint on the planet. And when we do the process, like the process to cut every single shape, it requires some work, some energy, and so forth. So when we recycle, basically we lost those shapes, we lost those work that were performed on those materials. So that's why I recycle them. I keep them as I found them, and I just adjust them a way that makes sense to me. So basically I always tell myself, okay, look around you, what is happening, and then start from what you can see, what you can live, what you can hear. But it's all contemporary subjects. Okay, what is happening right now in our society, and I'm kind of seeing it like a testimony for whoever is coming, like the next generation coming up. They could say, okay, around this time this artist was using that material, and this is the materials that was very important in the society he was living. For example, those computer boards, what will happen is I was talking to some student from MIT, and they said those computer boards pretty soon will no longer be used because they have new technology. And I see it like an archaeological materials, where maybe 200 years from now they will find one of those pieces, and they will look at the board, and they will probably laugh at us and say, oh, look at how they used to make computers and so forth. So it's a testimony of the time we are living in, basically. That's what comes to my mind when I do my works. First chapter right now, it's what we expose right now. It's more about technology and so forth. And then that's for the month of June. In July, we will have other work, and those other works, and those works will be more about, like, for example, drug overdose, those type of things. Because in my profession, I work as a nurse also. And I'm always aware of the fact that what is happening around us in terms of drug overdose, and those news, when I hear them, they inspire me to do pieces and to start conversations. So In July we will have some of those pieces here, and then in August, to close the last month, we will have a variety of work, and that will be what we will have for those 3 months. My website is dukeofart.com, and also on Facebook, if they check my name, Duken Delpe, they will see my work. And on Instagram also, Duken Delpe on Instagram. The social media, they will find more about me.